Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Comic Book Burrito. I am your host, Darien.
I'm your host, Landon.
Today, we got a plethora of stuff for you. We got Marvel, we got DC, and we got games. You name it, we got it. Let's talk. Landon, have you been?
I've been great. Been playing. Just got done streaming Final Fantasy VII Rebirth just now, and I'm
It's
getting
true.
pretty hooked. Getting pretty hooked, and been
I've
playing a bit of.
I've been hooked for the last week. I'm just saying.
I ain't played it that much. I haven't really been playing anything. I don't know why that is, but
I'm just trying to beat the game because I'm gonna sell it, and I think GameStop has a thing where I get it's now within 15 days after you get the game, you can get it, sell it for a full refund.
really,
I think from
are you
what I
gonna
read.
act like you didn't like the game?
No, I'm gonna say that I won the game for free, and so it's pointless to own the game.
Oh, gotcha.
I want my money back.
Yeah.
So I did get the game for
Where,
free.
where are you gonna buy in return?
Helldivers 2.
Oh, that'd be a fun stream to do.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm not gonna stream it though.
Oh, well, I'll stream
Not
it.
by myself. Well, we can if you're gonna stream it, I'll join in on a stream that you do or something. We'll both. But I'm not gonna just solo play a stream with you.
No, I get you. Get
Okay,
you.
well.
And, I mean, I played a bit of Spider-Man 2 for a minute on my end. I just wanted to check out what the new update had to offer.
Yeah.
And, it helped, I guess.
We'll get
don't
in.
fix
But
this.
we will get into that.
Yes.
Um. Yes. So that everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, well, how about you? I don't know if I really asked. I know you just said you're going to sell the game. Anything else new? Anything new you're looking forward
Um.
to?
I'm looking forward to starting season 2 of Superman the Animated Series. I'm 2 episodes away, I think.
Is it pretty good?
Um, I love that show. And when I saw
Mhm.
James Gunn said that it's one of the inspirations for his Superman, I was like, yeah, I'm all in.
This sounds about right. All
That
right.
show is so good. It just gets Superman so well.
Mhm.
And then I just got past
I
2 episodes with Lobo in it. It was really good.
mhm. I watched it a bit when I was young, but I never watched it as much as I did with the Batman series.
Yeah.
Would you say Superman's better than Batman or no?
It's hard to. I haven't finished all Batman because I'm watching it in a weird chronological order.
Yeah.
That's I watched seasons 1 and 2 of Batman, and then now I'm watching. And then I watched the movies of Batman. I haven't watched Sub-Zero yet because that's after Superman. Now I'm watching
Mhm.
the first 35 episodes of Superman, and then I'm moving back to one of the Batman movies, and then back to Batman. It's like this whole thing.
Yeah,
But
yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like the chron. I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
But so far, season 1 of Superman the animated series compared to season 1 of Batman the animated series, I probably would want to say that I was more invested in the Batman one only because I knew more about Batman going into it. I know
Yeah,
less about Superman, but I know about a lot of stuff about it.
yeah,
I enjoy the tone of Superman more and the character
mhm.
and of Superman.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's tough.
Who voices Superman in that show? I can't remember at all.
Tim Daly, I think his name is.
Tim Daly. All right. I remember liking his voice a lot. I feel like he deserved much credit of doing Superman as much as
It's also got the best voice actor for Lex Luthor,
I know, and I think that
Clancy
was
Brown.
yeah, Clancy Brown doing that. Yeah,
Gosh,
Mr. Krabs.
it's so good, so good. I love it.
So
Um,
I mean, I think I don't know why the Superman show is so. I feel like it's very underrated
yeah,
compared to the
I
Batman.
also think that they had I'm gonna watch Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, Batman Beyond, and all that. But I think that they should have done sticking with the trend, done like a Wonder Woman the animated series or something.
Who knows? Maybe they were at some point. It just never really fully went
I don't
through.
know. I feel like
I'd be
something like
surprised if
that.
they didn't.
Yeah, like a Flash animated show. They could have done so much cool stuff.
Mhm. When
I
does
don't know.
Justice League come in?
It's after Superman.
After Superman? All right.
And then after Justice League, I think it's Justice League Unlimited, besides one episode, and then Batman Beyond, and then that one episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think. I don't remember. That's Static Shock. I have to watch that too.
Oh yeah, that's a good show. Stack Shark's a great show.
Yeah. But we've been talking about the DC, and we're not even at that point yet.
I know.
Um, we got news to talk about, so let's get into it. Starting with the X-Men '97 little promo whatever it was that they released. They released like a 30-second trailer for X-Men 97. Comes out in 10 days that we're recording this. 11 or 9 days for you guys when you see it.
Yeah.
Um, and it was pretty much like some recycled footage, but at the end there was one new thing, and it's got me so hyped. I love this scene. I don't know why, I just loved it. It was these like people, and they were like making fun of Cyclops, and they were like, take off his visor before he can zap us or whatever. And they go to take off his visor, and they're taking it off. Cyclops is like, no, please, I surrender. And when they take it off, he stops. He goes, not. And he looks up and opens his eyes at the red. It was,
Oh,
I
that's
was,
like, yeah. Now you know what? Now that I think about it, that's actually a callback to the original series. I don't know how much have you watched the original series.
I have watched, and this is why it's going to be interesting for us to review it because I know I can guarantee you've seen more than me. I've watched like the first 4 episodes, and I'm
Yeah.
like, this is,
Okay. So you should have. I believe it was in like the first episode or something.
I'm
It's
just
the
not a
part
big,
where
I don't know.
it's the part where they tell Cyclops to like put. He's like stop where you are. He's like okay, not. He beams. It's kind of cheesy, but I remember him doing that, and I think that's a callback
Oh, it's like so
to.
epic in this trailer when he does it. Like it was so cool. He goes not, and he opens his eyes, and they just flash red. Guess because
Boom. Yeah,
they didn't know that.
it's a lot cooler in this. Yeah, it was a lot cooler in that trailer.
Yeah, I'm excited. We actually have every episode title.
Mhm.
Courtesy of Marvel, they released it, so it's not spoilers. That's I clicked on the wrong thing. It's Keanu Reeves playing guitar. Okay. Um,
At the Oscars.
no,
Oh,
Oscars is crazy today.
yeah, I know.
Uh,
A lot of like stuff. A lot of stuff going on with that.
yeah. Okay. They posted Disney Plus X-Men 97 exclusive edition. 2 episode premiere, 2 episodes in one day, it says. On March 20th. The 2 episodes we get are To Me, My X-Men and Mutant Liberation Begins.
That will
And
leave off on a
then
cliffhanger.
it probably. And
All right, go
then it goes through there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 more episodes after that. I mean and the show will end on May 15th. So one a week. And the episodes are episode 3 is Fire Made Flesh, 4 is Motendo / Life Death Part 1, 5 is Remember It, 6 is Life Death Part 2, 7 is Bright Eyes, 8 is Tolerance is Extinction Part 1, 9 is Tolerance is Extinction Part 2, and 10 is the season finale, Tolerance is Extinction Part 3.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is the list.
Now we need everyone to
Watch the show. Okay.
watch the show. Yes, because two reasons. One, it looks to be fantastic, and we want to encourage more of this. And two, might give us a chance to get some revival of other shows, such as
Inhumans, like Inhumans. You
and
know, wait.
don't go that
Inhumans.
far.
If they
Don't go
revived
that far.
Inhumans, but Marvel Studios actually got to make it, it would probably be pretty good. Not
Yeah,
whatever they did with the.
wasn't it like
The other
camp?
one was so bad that they didn't have the budget to do like the crazy hair for Medusa. So the first episode, she gets her head shaved.
I remember that. I remember it shows it for like a minute. She gets it shaved. I remember watching that like live on ABC, and I was getting like super hyped. And then I was
Miller
like,
was I watched watching Miller's streams and stuff. He always talks about that. He's gonna do a watch party on one stream where we all watch Inhumans because it's like he says the worst best show ever.
the worst. Hey, I'm there. I'll be there. I might check out that stream. And
Um,
now, second reason is this could. I guess I already mentioned it. This could bring back other great shows. I know the guy who directed the whole Spider-Man with Christopher Daniel Barnes from the '90s. He's really wanting to come back and finish off his series because that leaves off on a cliffhanger ending, and it never got resolved.
Let me tell you one
So
thing that you're never going to get a continuation of, courtesy of Miller himself.
Marvel's Avengers.
No, MTV Spider-Man.
Wait, hold up now. Why not?
He said that he loves MTV Spider-Man. He said he loves it, but he said
The-
we're never getting a continuation of that. He said he's
we
okay.
I can definitely see that happening, that not happening. Yeah, I hate it because that's like my favorite Spider-Man show. And I know it's one of those things where I know it's not the best. Like Spectacular Spider-Man is the best one.
So
It captures everything perfectly. But something about the MTV Spider-Man is just perfect. And what sucks is there's so many times we almost had a continuation. Not like with like official stuff, but like fan made stuff, right? There was two different accounts. I don't know if you remember this. It was called Spider-Man the animated series to continued or something like that. It was two different ones. There was one people doing their own thing, other doing their own thing. And it was so weird because they both of them canceled the projects right around the same time as each other. I think one canceled theirs and then like a month later, you know, and it sucked because it actually like looked very promising because like every month they'd like recreate a comic book cover, like a very popular one of Spider-Man's, and they do it in like the MTV the MTV style, and it looked great, And they had like it showed like a couple of clips of Spider-Man swinging around. And it looked better than what the MTV show did, and they were going to have like Daredevil in it. They were going to have Kingpin. And again, this took place in they used Michael Clark Duncan's Daredevil, so or like from that Daredevil, his Kingpin. So they were going to bring like a Ben Affleck version of Daredevil in that show, and it was going to be like really cool. Oh, but it just got canceled, and it was gonna be the closest thing we got. But I agree with Miller completely. We're never going to see, but maybe we can see a Spectacular Spider-Man season 3 and a continuation or something that leads off, a perfect ending to the '90s Spider-Man show.
well, I mean,
Uh,
I'll tell you what we will see. We will see the Disney Plus series Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which will officially have 10 episodes, each episode being around 30 minutes long.
all right,
That was like the perfect segue into the next piece.
that was a perfect segue. See, I set that up for you. I set it up. You did the layup. It's perfect.
Yeah, 10 episodes, 30 minutes long each. That's kind of crazy for. Oh, well, I guess I'm so used to 20-minute long animated episodes at this point because of
Yeah.
the animated shows I'm watching. But um 10 episodes, so same amount of episodes. I guess all animation stuff's gonna have. I mean, this 10 episodes is the same as what X-Men is having, so I don't know. But we'll have to see when that one Wakanda show comes out.
Oh yeah.
Um, but yeah, each around 30 minutes long. Seems a little long for that.
Does seem long.
It's like 300 minutes. Um, how many hours?
That's a
Um,
longer than two. I know that.
6 hours? It's like
sounds
six
about
hours.
sounds about
It's
right.
huh. I don't know. We'll see. It's outside of the MCU. It's not canon. It's kind of like a multiverse story.
Mhm.
More like in the multiverse. It's like not our Spider-Man.
Yeah, I feel like
Um,
originally it was set, but something just like
yeah. Well, we do know that. I mean, Charlie Cox is coming back as Daredevil in it. Doctor Strange is in it.
yeah.
All that. But yeah. Okay. I thought I'd throw that in there. Speaking of some interesting Marvel information here, Bob Iger's been talking this week, and let me pull up the screenshot. Hold up. Okay. Um. Oh, he has an article. Let me read the article. 1 second. Let me pull this up. Um. Well, I'll find it. I'll find it in a moment. Hollywood Reporter. Here we go. Um. So let's see. Disney CEO and Bob Iger is pursuing a major overhaul of Disney's film output. Which you do about in the midst of something of a strike-induced box office drought, and after a challenging year for the Disney film slate, the executive said Tuesday that, quote, "We're doing a lot to turn around Disney's feature film business, which hit hard times that needed addressing." He said this at a conference. He said, "You have to kill things you no longer believe in, and that's not easy easy in this business because either you've gotten started, you have some sunk costs, or it's a relationship with either your employees or with your creative community. It's not an easy thing, but you got to make those tough calls. We've actually made those tough calls. We've not been public about it, but we've killed a few projects already that we just didn't feel were strong enough.
Ooh.
Um, Armor Wars is rumored to be one of those.
Oh God.
along with oh, what was the Wakanda show was also rumored.
I thought that was like in production already. Is it
Well,
not?
I mean, that's what he just said because you've either gotten started on it or already sunk some costs.
Oh yeah.
But it if it's not good, I can't remember the exact list of things that were rumored. I know the Wakanda show was one of them. Armor Wars. I remember specifically that Ironheart was not because they've already finished that and
Hmm.
it's just waiting now.
It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
I'm a little.
Um, I can't remember. Oh gosh, I want to say Wonder Man was not. Agatha obviously wasn't because it's already finished. Oh man, I can't remember at the moment, but I remember there were a few.
What
Um,
about? What do you think about What was that? Vision Quest? You
oh,
think that's
I think that was one of them. Yeah, I think that
hmm,
was one of them.
gotcha?
But it seems like they're cutting down, which is smart. I mean,
It's a smart decision. It
this goes
is.
along with what he's saying with we need to focus more on our big hitters, not all these other stuff. There's too much going on. They're
Mhm.
holding back on the shows a little bit, which I mean, all they really doing this year are animation. We have one show this year, and it's at the end of the year. And it's Agatha.
Yeah.
Um, Everything else is animation this year. Marvel Zombies and the Spider-Man show and X-Men. We don't even know about Marvel Zombies, but
Good God! Don't tell me
um,
that was canceled.
no,
That's
we have news about that here in a minute.
oh yeah. I was
Um,
now. I don't know. One that like really hurts me is Armor Wars being canceled because like
well, now don't take it like 100%, right? I mean, we don't know for sure, but that's the rumor.
it if there's one, I'm like if I had to like or if I
Sorry,
had to
sorry.
like
I just read I just read a headline that's over on the right. Willy Wonka immersive event leaves kids in tears. It looks like a meth lab.
Walter White made it. Why?
Hmm.
Why now? I'm just gonna say those three. So let's say Vision Quest, the Wakanda show, and the um Armor Wars are the three, right?
Mhm.
Right, and I don't know, I can't think of another. Would there is there a possibility of something
I
else?
think there were more. I can look while you're talking.
I was just gonna mention how because what was supposed to be that Wakanda show again? Was it supposed to be like following someone and they're just their life in Wakanda, pretty much?
It was no, it was about a group of like oh no, it wasn't the Wakanda show. I'm thinking of the animated show. It's not that, even though that show's about a group of people that go and find Wakandan artifacts in the world. Stuff's like
Mm-hmm.
Pixar animated. But it's the Okoye show.
Koya show. Okay.
That and
I
it was about called like the Midnight Angels, I think so it was called, about her like 'cause they got those like suits or whatever and they're like elite Wakandan protectors or whatever. It was a show about them. I think it got canceled, which I'm fine with
got
because I don't think we really needed that.
yeah. Okay, because I'm kind of okay with that one getting canceled. Well, not that I mean it sucks that it did. I would have watched it regardless, but I really wanted like a cool like Planet Earth nature documentary or something, but it's literally on a fictional world, and that's something that's just never been done before.
Mhm.
And I thought that'd been like a cool thing to do, you know, like oh, like the it's like Planet Earth that whole series, and each one's all like each episode's like oh here's like water, or
Okay,
here's like different.
so don't take this with like the biggest grain of salt absolutely possible because I have no idea who this person is.
Mm,
But they say um Vision Quest, the Wakanda series, Midnight Angels, the Wiccan show, which we talked about, which you also said I don't really know why they're making that. It's a spinoff of Agatha. The Witches Road. I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if that's true because the Witches Road special thing is supposed to be after Agatha. I don't know. It's supposed to be a special at one point, but I don't know. And it says
yeah,
and Armor Wars. Also, no more special presentations and short Disney Plus shows. Ghost Rider was getting a series, but it was fully canceled so he could appear in a film. Moon Knight season 2, Iron Fist, and White Tiger shows are the only ones currently in the works. So I don't know how reputable this guy is because I've never heard of him.
yeah,
But
never
then
heard of it.
other people are saying that it's not canceled. So I don't.
So I mean, we're just gonna. It's gonna be one of those things. We have to wait till like official word,
Yeah.
and then we'll know.
Yeah. But let me read the rest of what Bob Iger said. He said he added that he's been spending a lot of time with the creators, watching these films, giving detailed notes, engaging in a respectful process that results in improvement. And he pushed back the idea of superhero or franchise fatigue, saying that it was not an accident that Marvel's first 33 films generated just under 30 billion at the box office. Yes, it's not superhero fatigue or franchise fatigue, it's just bad movie fatigue. Everyone
Yeah,
says this. And
it's
he
right.
gives an example
Right.
here. He says a lot of people think it's audience fatigue. It's not audience fatigue. They want great films, and if you build it great, they will come. And there are countless examples of that. Some of ours, and some are others. Oppenheimer is a perfect example of that. Just a fantastic film, Iger said. Focus is really important. We reduce the output of Marvel, both number of films they make and the number of shows, and that really becomes critical. But I feel good about the team. I feel good about the IP we're making. I talk a lot about a lot of the projects. We look at years ahead, really, and it's iterative. Not only do you look at the films you're making, you look at every part of that process, who the directors are, who's being cast, reading scripts. I personally watch films 3 to 5 times with the team and just create a culture of excellence and respect, which is really important with the creative community. And again, the track record speaks for itself. Then he went on to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, saying that he predicted it will be one of the most successful Marvel films we've had in a long time. That's what he
Yeah.
says.
Yeah. He's not
Um,
wrong. He's not wrong at all.
yeah. Um, and yeah, that's basically yeah, that's all.
Well,
Um,
yeah. I don't know. I agree with him 100%.
Steps in the right direction.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we need. That's what we've definitely been needing for a hot minute.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, okay. Speaking of Deadpool and Wolverine, Vinnie Jones, who played Juggernaut in the original X-Men trilogy, said he rejected an offer to reprise his role as Juggernaut in Deadpool and Wolverine
Um, why is that?
because he didn't want to put the suit on.
Did he say he's like it's too much drama putting on that
Yeah,
suit or something?
yeah.
Probably. He probably ain't wrong
Um,
with
but
that.
if they went to him, imagine like, and I heard an insider saying they went to everybody like you could think of. So
So, someone who didn't even like matter. Really, it's
yeah,
like, oh man.
I mean they went to Pyro.
I know they went to Pyro. You wasn't that big of a deal in the.
If you don't think they I went to Pyro, but they didn't go to Cyclops or Storm, come on.
Oh yeah, James Marsden. Oh yeah, seeing him come, he definitely came back.
Yeah.
Like,
Um. Yeah. Okay. This is technically Marvel news. And it's also a movie that the first one at least, I personally really loved when I was younger. I haven't watched it in a long time, but Mike Mitchell says that he wants to do a Sky High sequel and have Marvel Studios integrated into the MCU. He says, I
he,
know that Kevin Feige is a huge Sky High fan. Right now, when it came out, yes, apparently. He says, right now, when it came out, he met with me and we talked about it. His whole team loved it because it was the first superhero comedy that was having fun with the genre.
you tell me we're gonna get Bruce Campbell back? And
Hey,
oh man, please. I hope that happens. I'd love it.
some Kurt Russell action.
Kurt Russell action. Oh yeah, he was like the dad.
Yeah. And
I haven't seen that movie in so
The
long.
girl from the Flash played the one girl. I can't remember her name. I don't know. I haven't
Was
seen the movie in a long time.
which one was it? What was her power?
I don't remember her. I remember her sitting like on a tree or something, or on the roof. I can't remember with the
Oh,
main
she
character.
had. Oh, it was like the main girl. Yeah, no, she had like plant powers or something like
Yeah,
that. She's like a
yeah.
poison ivy.
She was in the Flash for the whole show. Um, yeah. Throw that in there as well. Sky High 2.
All right, are we gonna
Uh,
review Sky? If they is like integrated with MCU, are we gonna have to review Sky High?
Probably.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Marvel Zombies. I said we had a piece of news from this. We had information earlier saying that in Marvel Zombies, we talked about this the other week. In Marvel Zombies, that a new character will be the new Fist of Khonshu, the person who Khonshu gives power, whatever that he did with Moon Knight. We talked about it, but we kind of guessed back and forth who it would be. Um, And the one character we came down to, I think, was Blade because we thought it would be cool.
Mhm. That was our
I'm, pr-
reasoning. It'd be
I'm
cool.
pretty I'm pretty sure. I may be completely wrong with this. Someone fact check me. I know we talked about Blade in this like same conversation though when we originally talked about it, but confirmed by I believe it's My Time to Shine. Hello, Blade will reportedly be the new Fist of Khonshu in the Marvel Zombies series. Blade working with Khonshu.
That sounds like peak written all over it. Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
That could be like the best thing ever.
10 minutes left in the meeting. Good lord. Okay. Um, but yeah, we're gonna go fast, double time it.
All
But yeah,
right.
Blade as Raikonshu. I'm gonna skip this one because it's unimportant. Sam Raimi reportedly said there's a chance of Spider-Man 4 happening simply because he has the same desire we do, and if it happens, it will happen at the right time. The right time is now, Sam.
Yeah, I know, right time. I know, well, tell Sony that. Sam would be on it right there, then and there.
It's true.
Screw that Madam Web 2 they're probably working on right now. Wouldn't be
My God.
surprised. Because
Do you think
I
they get
wonder,
back John Malkovich for Vulture and they do the same story?
you think, here's the thing. I feel like that story is just gone. I don't think we'll ever see. Now, if Sam wants to continue doing that, I'm fine with it, but I feel like they're going to do something else.
Yeah. No, I
I
get
don't know. I have a feeling. Um, Now, sorry, I'm getting like kind of giddy with excitement hearing this. I know we're supposed to double time it, but I don't know. I just make it happen. Make it happen. Simple as that. And I'll be there, and I'll probably see the movie 6 times in theaters.
Wow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Madam Web and Sony,
Oh.
um, Sony is rumored to be unhappy about Dakota Johnson, quote, constantly dragging Madam Web. Um, they said lots of people at Sony are questioning her star power and how she reacted to this failure will likely come back to haunt her, says one insider.
Madam Web 2.
I mean, she knew it was a bad movie.
She knew it was. Oh yeah, she like can't.
I mean, even what's his name? Freaking Josh Brolin. He played Jonah Hex in the Jonah Hex movie. He came out and said, "Yeah, the movie sucked," and no one's getting
He
mad at
must
him
have this.
for it.
Dude, nobody likes this movie.
Yeah, no
I'm
one's. No, they even made fun of it at the Oscars earlier.
John
They
Mulaney. John
the
Mulaney
John
made fun of
John
it.
Mulaney was talking about sound design. He was like, without sound design, we wouldn't have nice phrases such as we're gonna need
Yeah.
a bigger boat, or it said something else. He was like, or let me look. I
I
have the
believe you say
screenshot.
like I think you say like Luke,
I
I am
got
your
it.
father. I believe that's what he
Yeah,
said.
yeah, okay, or something like that. And then he was like, or without sound, we wouldn't have lines like he was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders just before she died. It was so
That
funny.
the movie's a joke. Like I don't.
Yeah, it's ugh. And it's just ruining the credibility of superhero stuff. It's
It
just
is. They're making fatigue happen.
we're like, we promise this is not what it's like.
I mean, I'm surprised. I mean, didn't she like fire her agent after the first trailer came out?
I think her agents. Well, yeah. She
Her
did, yeah.
agents fired themselves.
No, she fired her agents and she went to a new one.
Yeah.
Just funny.
Oof.
But the final piece of Marvel news here. This is interesting. Lindsay Lohan is reportedly in talks to play a quote vixen superhero in the MCU.
A fixin'
No,
superhero?
a vixen superhero.
Oh, Vixen. I was like, what superhero fix that? Hmm.
Vixen. So a what's the definition of a vixen?
I know.
Let me
I've never heard
a
that term in my
female
life.
a female. You've never I mean you heard of the character Vixen from DC, haven't you? The girl
I'm
who
not.
can
I
channel
know
like
the reindeer.
the girl who can channel like the animals and stuff. Black girl.
Oh, you're telling me we're about to get some Squirrel
No,
Girl, possibly?
no. This isn't DC. What I'm talking about.
Oh, well, I know you're talking about. Well,
Okay, a
oh, that's
vixen is a spirited or fierce woman, especially one seen as sexually attractive.
oh,
I don't know the example that it gives you on Google
Squirrel
is
Girl. Like I
an
don't know.
outra the example it gives you on Google is an outrageous shaven-headed vixen. But that's
Oh yes.
um
All right.
Lindsay Lohan Um, I could see Squirrel Girl. I could also see Jean Grey. I could see Medusa.
I hmm. I'm gonna go with Squirrel Girl.
Yeah.
I think that's about to happen here soon. And,
Or it could. Well, no, she's a super. I don't know. We'll see. Um, yeah, it'd be interesting though to see if she plays Squirrel Girl. I'd be down for that. How long? We got 4 minutes left. I don't think we have time to start. We should probably just throw a commercial your way. So we're gonna do that.
enjoy.
Hey kid, where will you project your projector?
Whoa! Spider-Man's on the ceiling! Now he's in your face, dude.
Snap in an action disc can project scenes from your favorite shows anywhere you want.
Hey, video tattoo! The Hero Channel! Oh, cool! Bald vision!
Do you know what time it is?
It's clobbering time!
Mind if I try? They're not just action figures, they're projectors. Where will you project yours? Each sold separately.
Welcome back from your commercial break. One thing we want to add that we forgot to add in the Marvel section is that they're releasing all of the Spider-Man movies into theaters again. Thought I'd throw that in there. Forgot to talk about.
Fantastic news. I will be watching.
Landon was like, "What piece of news did you skip?" And I was like, I don't know." He's like, "Was it the Spider-Man films coming back?" I was like, "I forgot about that."
I forgot about that because me seeing the Raimi movies in theaters, something I've never done in my life. One, I wasn't bored for one. When the second one came out, I was just like, I was just 4 months old. And the third one, my parents thought it'd be too scary for me, and I never forgave them for it. So,
are you gonna record yourself like Soups reacting to it?
yes, and I'll have you and my friends carry me out to the theater. That's like we did there.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, so before we get into all the big news, this is still a piece of news, but more related to us. So as you may have known it, some may not. We've officially wrapped up the Arkham Files. The show's over. The series finale released this past week. It's doing pretty good numbers from what I saw. Um, I believe it is upwards of 100 views right at the moment for us on YouTube. That's good. Obviously, it gets more views on other stuff as well.
Oh,
But
yes.
but yeah, so the show's over. So go check it out. The playlist on YouTube's officially been renamed. It used to be the Arkham Files Season 1, then Arkham Files Season 1 and 2, and then it was Arkham Files Season 1, 2, and 3. Now it is officially called the Arkham Files, the complete series. And
It's very fun to do, honestly.
and it's over. Question mark. There's one more thing. But you'll learn more about that in the coming months, I feel like.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So there were some leaks, and I thought we'd touch on them about Batman: The Caped Crusader, the Bruce Timm Batman animated show, which is connected but not connected to the animated series,
It's weird.
which doesn't have Kevin Conroy voicing Batman. Pretty sure.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. But there were leaks of character designs. There were some interesting ones, and then there was
Yeah.
Two-Face and Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah.
Two-Face is just face.
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's kind of
And
weird. I don't like.
Harley Quinn's like more not as weird, but it's like kind of gold.
Mm.
Like
No, I don't like like black and gold with like someone who's supposed to be like red and black and white all the time. I don't know.
yeah.
I wasn't
It
digging
seems
it.
like they're going for like an old school like art style. I don't know
Like a
because
30s look to it. Yeah.
Clayface looked like
Clayface is like original Clayface. So, hey, watch the Arkham Files. You'll know. It's more of like a serial killer rather than like him with like the
And that version of Clayface is going to be coming up a second time in the news this week. We'll get to that later.
I mean, I'm cool with that Clayface. I'm glad because we never really seen that in anything before, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. There were some leaks, whatever. I don't remember everything, but I just thought we'd touch on the character designs. Yeah. Okay. James Gunn has teased that we'll be getting some info on lanterns soon. Um, Someone asked if he has any lanterns info, and he just put a smiling emoji. And we do know that in the coming months, we're supposed to be revealing a bunch of stuff. Not at Comic-Con, confirmed as the next piece of news, is he said he will not be at Comic-Con this year because he will be shooting. Most likely Superman, but maybe not Superman. Could be something else, but we'll mention that in a little bit.
Me and Darien know what we want back, though. And hopefully he'll do
DC
it.
fandom.
DC fandom.
Or DC, make like a whole new thing. DC Studios showcase or something. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I don't think they even need to do that. I mean, DC fandom was perfect. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I feel like they should do like a yearly thing where like DC Studios, James Gunn comes on and like talks like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what happened since the last one. This is what's happening right now. We're filming this, and this is what you can look forward to in the future. Like a whole thing, like a little like update each year.
Yeah, and then announcing games there, because like the
yeah, we don't know anything about the games yet. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. So
and
I
think
the gaming stuff too.
Are you still in the mindset of what you originally were with the games, where you were like, "This is stupid because no one's"?
Well, I want people to have the freedom to write whatever story they want to. Now after what you've told me, I'm more open to it.
I mean, it's just like this happened with our Superman, but it's a smaller story that we're not going to tell in the movies. We'll just tell right here. It's not going to affect anything in the movies. There could be like a reference to it.
Like think about it coming from me though. Like let's say we got Marvel Spider-Man. One of the best stories. I mean, you say what you want about 2, but the first game, that's what I'm referring to at the moment. First game had one of the best Spider-Man stories ever told. Yeah. Now, imagine if it's with the mindset of this happened with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, or and I just felt like there's restrictions there of like
because that game was made specifically because it's not connected to the movies and all that. Otherwise, for connected to the movies, it wouldn't be as
that story.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been that story if it was connected to the movies. It would have been about him fighting like Big Wheel or so. I don't know.
Exactly. It's like, man, wow, this is a really great game. I can't wait to fight Big.
It's like it's hard to explain. It's just like it's stories that we're not going to tell in the movies because it doesn't really push forward the larger narrative all that much. It's just like a separate story of Supergirl doing something in space, and we're gonna tell it here. Maybe it'll get referenced in a movie in the future, or she'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember going to that planet one time." Blah blah blah, and it could be like a reference. It's something that like fans wouldn't need to completely understand if she referenced it, but the people that played the game would be like, "Oh, like Leonardo DiCaprio." Like with that meme. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just going to see how it's done.
I mean, there's literally no downside for us. I
mean, there is.
We get cool video games.
There really isn't. But I'm just hoping there's like, I just hate for there to be like a, I really want to fight Brainiac in this Superman game or something. But it's all like, well, that's not going to happen because James Gunn's going to do that for a sequel movie. So you can't really do it. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah, and I don't know.
But it's not going to be like games where like a studio's making it. And they ask James Gunn, like, can we do this or something like that? It's going to be like, no, James Gunn's be like, this is the story of the game. Can you make this game? And they'll be like, no. And they're like, okay, we'll ask another studio if they would be interested in making this game.
All right, well, you lost your chance of making a Superman game.
Yeah.
Hey, but hey, man, this will be our only chance to get a Superman game, so why not? You know?
Now we also get games about characters that are not getting their own projects. Like maybe we could get a Booster Gold game, even though he's getting his own project. But like, I doubt there'll be any continuation to it. And there might be, but
yeah,
get a Booster Gold game of him just going through time and doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, that's a fun game. That's fun. I'll play that game.
But yeah, they were in Norway this past week. We talked about last week to start filming. They were in Norway filming scenes officially for the Fortress of Solitude and it's confirmed they were filming in a cave. So it looks like it will be a cave inside of a mountain. For the fortress, just like it was like that in something else. I can't remember exactly what it was. It's always been the cave or the ice fortress, and so it looks like they're going with the caves thing. And the actors that were there for filming were David Cornsweet, so Superman, obviously.
Yep.
They said they were filming a scene where Superman fled to his ice fortress. That's what it said in Norwegian. Now, translated, it's probably not that exactly, but
yeah.
But they were there. The actress for Eve Tessmacher was there, and the actress for the engineer was there. So interesting that they're there. Why are they around the fortress?
Yeah.
Unless Eve is like gone out to like maybe Lex Center to look for the fortress or something. I don't know. And then the engineer, I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious what they're doing. I want to know. But yeah, actors have started coming to Atlanta. Apparently, the actor for Jimmy Olsen just showed up in Atlanta today. So filming there will be starting soon.
We're gonna have to go to Atlanta real quick and
Again,
see what they're working on.
James,
James, what are you working on?
Get a picture of James with James Gunn and with David Cornsweet.
And show it to a Snyder fan real quick.
Yeah, make them mad. Okay, next up, Alan Tudyk, voice actor who is working on Creature Commandos as Dr. Phosphorus. He's been in a load of other stuff. I think we've talked about it. He came out, was talking about Creature Commandos. And he was saying his reaction to like the script and his thoughts on it. He said he was intrigued from it. And then he went in detail. He said, I look at the one sheet and it's like Frankenstein's in there and some chick with her like she's got a fish head. She's got water on her head. And I'm like, where do all of these weasel? How do they fit together? This looks bad, maybe? And then I'm like guy who looks like a lot like Ghost Rider, but it's not. It's Dr. Phosphorus. It's DC. Whole different thing. And it's the best thing I've read, Tudyk said. And he said it's so good. It's what James does very well. Where he brings people together, like Guardians of the Galaxy, where like you're like, how do a raccoon and who are all these people? And they're just the best group. So yeah, I'm looking forward to when you see that. That's what he said. I was very all over the place, but that's what he said.
But I mean, to be fair, if I was on the same thing with him, I'd probably be saying the same thing.
I saw a Snyder fan tweet response to this and said, of course he's glazing this show because he's on James Gunn's payroll. I'm like, what? Okay.
I'm excited. I'm excited for that show. I think it's going to be
this fall.
I don't know if it'll be this is a hot take, but
it's going to be a nice appetizer.
I mean, I think it's
there's a lot happening this fall.
From what I've heard about it, I think it might be James Gunn's best show.
Maybe he wrote it though. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. The whole thing.
He wrote it. I mean, that's all I need is him.
There's a lot going on this fall with DC. Joker 2, Creature Commandos, Penguin. Oh, it's gonna be a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
I'm here for.
I mean, bigger year than Marvel currently.
Yeah,
and
yeah, Creature Commandos is going to be a nice little like appetizer for Superman. Just kind of lead in.
Yeah,
the gentle lead in into the new universe. Yeah, I'm very excited. Okay, what's next? Let me look. Computer's being slow. Yes. So last week we talked about Grant Gustin saying he trusts James Gunn. He'd like to work with him if James Gunn asked. Maybe to play Flash or anything like that. Well, James Gunn responded. Did I not screenshot it? Yeah, okay, I found it. Someone said, please cast Grant Gustin as one of the heroes in the DCU. Such a great actor. All his talent is going to waste. Is what someone threaded him, I guess. But I don't know. And he said, Grant is an incredibly talented guy, performing now on Broadway, I believe, and is absolutely not going to waste just because he's not currently in a DC project. But of course, I'd love to work with him at some point. Do I think he's going to be the Flash? No.
Yeah, no.
But I think he will be a version of the Flash. Two come to mind. I think he might be able to play um Jay Garrick Flash, the one with the metal hat, or he might be able to do a Reverse Flash because he can do a villain pretty well.
Mm-hmm. You don't think he's too young to do Jay Garrett?
Not if it's like JSA Jay Garrick.
It's true. So
But I also did see John Campea, which is I've been watching the John Campea show because he's the guy who leaked the Spider-Man No Way Home photos way back when. I've been watching his show because he knows a lot about all this stuff. And he was talking about Grant Gustin as Plastic Man, but then his co-host said no, that role belongs to Ben Schwartz, which is what I would think who should be cast. Because apparently the writers of the previous Plastic Man series that they were doing, the comics, they write that character with Ben Schwartz in mind.
really?
Yeah, and I'm like, that's him. It's he has to be. And Ben Schwartz has already said that he would love to play Plastic Man.
I mean, I think it belongs to Bruce Campbell, but all right.
Bruce Campbell's way too old to play Plastic.
I don't care.
He's like slightly malleable, man.
I love slightly malleable. Hey, I don't care, man. It's perfect to me. That's all I care about. That's all that matters. As long as I like it.
No, he can play like, you know what? He can play Jay Garrick.
Maybe Bruce Campbell. I need Bruce Campbell in a
Or Dr. Mid. He plays someone from the JSA.
They can play
okay.
Orson.
No.
That's what we'll do.
Superman. Okay, this is a rumor, and we talked about this a little bit on Landon's stream, but it's nowhere near confirmed. But because I don't know the source, but I thought I'd talk about it from ThwipT_ on Twitter. Rumor: Superman will reference the titular Man of Steel getting shot with a kryptonite bullet. This could imply the Superman Bloodsport interacted with in the Suicide Squad was David Cornsweet and not Henry Cavill. However, we should note that James Gunn said that the Suicide Squad is not canon to his universe. Now it could be like Peacemaker, which is kind of a lead into what we can talk about next, in that Peacemaker season 1 is officially not canon to the DCU, but like the characters will carry over, like the same actors will play the same character, and the backstory, like the personal stuff for the characters, that'll stay, but like the big overall story stuff, that is not canon. So like Peacemaker's dad dying and him dealing with all that and his brother, that will carry over, but the whole thing with the butterfly and all that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So that's gonna carry over. It's probably gonna be the same as this. This small little detail is mentioned once. Him Bloodsport shooting Superman. Sure, that happened in this universe, but that movie's not canon. All the stuff in that is not.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? It's hard to explain. People find it confusing, and I get it. It's a little bit confusing, but it's like, I mean, it's not that confusing when you actually think about it.
Oh, now you say it like that. Okay.
No, I think if you don't have any critical thinking skills, then yes, it's confusing. But
like a Snyder fan?
if you're an idiot, then it's confusing. No,
So like a Snyder fan.
yes, no. But speaking of what James Gunn said, let's lead into this. His girlfriend or wife, actually, sorry, not girlfriend, Jennifer Holland said that they start in the summer with Peacemaker season 2, and James Gunn came out and said the source is kind of iffy, but this is true. He said John Cena shared this on Howard Stern last week. To answer your follow-up questions, yes, we'll be shooting Superman and Peacemaker at the same time. So they're going to shoot at the same time. Dang. Yes, I've written all the episodes, but no, in the interest of getting the show out there, I won't be able to direct them all, only some. Which I think is what he did in the first season anyway. Yeah. And yes, Waller is still happening, and Jeremy and Crystal are hard at work writing great stuff, but the schedule was impacted by the strike, so now it'll come after Peacemaker. So that kind of clears up Waller a little bit. Everyone was confused about when that was coming. Yeah, he said that Peacemaker season 2 is in the DCU. Season 1 is not. The personal stuff of the characters will carry over. And yeah, we'll have to see how they're doing it. I'm excited. I mean, I love Peacemaker anyway.
Oh yeah, I do too. Peacemaker. I mean, I still stand by. I think Creature Commandos is going to be better than Peacemaker somehow. I don't know how, but I think it will be.
Maybe.
And I'm all there for it.
Yeah. Let's have to see. We mentioned Zack Snyder.
A couple times.
I think we know what we got to talk about right now.
Oh
He
yeah.
was on the Joe Rogan pod. He was on the Joe Rogan podcast the other day.
The biggest surprise, like me, it was so fun because me and you were talking about him, and then I got a notification, JRE, Zack Snyder. I'm like, no way. He heard us.
It's I watched only the clips. I would not. Well, I'm not gonna watch it, but I watched the clips, and we're gonna talk about what he had. We're gonna talk about what he had to say about Batman.
Oh God.
Let me pull up this like thing here. Here we go. Variety. He said this. Okay, wait. I want to get to like the actual like full on quote that I had. Hang on. Let me find the screenshot.
I'm well. Here, what you look for? I'll mention what the public's saying. Most sane people, not Snyder fans, we're not counting them. Everyone hates his take and everything, and everyone's like clowning him. It was insane. What I found crazy as well is that different news outlets are saying that what he said was completely dumb as well. I can't remember. I think what's that sports bar? It was like a sports Twitter account. It had nothing to do with like DC or anything. And it said, and I
I
quote,
mean the what's his name? The guy who voiced Batman, Roger Craig Smith, even
Roger
thought it
Craig
was
Smith.
stupid.
Yeah, he did an eye roll emoji. He's like, what? What?
Yeah.
And I mean, excuse my potty mouth, but I mean that sports bar was all like Zack Snyder said stupid shit about Batman just now. that was the headline. That was the headline, and it's unbelievable, and it's like nobody besides a dumb Snyder fan that thinks he can do no wrong is on board with what in the world Zach said and believe we dodged a bullet, and I perfectly agree with it.
Yeah. Trying to find the post here because someone wrote out what all he said. And I thought I had screenshotted, but I did. Okay, so here we go. IGN put out an article talking about it. Um, he said this: Batman can't kill is canon. He said, and I'm like, okay. The first thing I want to do when you say that is I want to see what happens. And they go, well, don't put him in a situation where he has to kill someone. You're protecting your god in a weird way, right? You're making your god irrelevant if he can't be in that situation. First off, Batman's not a god; he's just a dude.
He's not a god. Yeah, he's not.
He says you're making your god irrelevant if he can't be in that situation. He has to now deal with that. If he does do that, what does that mean? What does it tell you? Does he stand up to it? Does he survive that as a god? As your god, can Batman survive that? And
As
then
my god. Yes, I'm in the Batman. I am in the Batman religion. If you so know.
yeah, and he's saying like, oh gosh, he's saying he just
Strange.
basically did it just to be edgy. That wasn't. I don't
That's
even know if
really
that
what
was
he
the whole
said.
quote. I don't even know if that was the whole quote, but ugh.
Yeah, I made the same. I was like,
He
what?
said, okay, I found it. He said people are always like Batman can't kill, so Batman can't kill is canon. I'm like, okay, well, the first thing I want to do when you say that is I want to see what happens. Blah blah. He said you're making your god irrelevant for Batman fans. He has to maintain his godlike status. I'm like, that's it's the whole character.
No one's. That's what makes him interesting, because his thing is like, I'm no better than
You
the
want
criminals.
you want a superhero that goes and kills people? Go read the Punisher.
Read the
That's who
Punisher.
you want,
Yeah,
not Batman. And I'm so
yeah.
glad this dude never got to make a Batman movie.
I'm glad. I'm glad that got canceled, and it sucks. I feel bad for Ben Affleck because he, honestly, with the right direction, he could have been the best Batman. Honestly, I'll stand by that till the end of time. Wasted potential. That's really what it was. And having Zach on here saying like, yeah, I want to take everything what's interesting and good about the Batman character and just ruin it. and that's what he did. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And do you want to bring up the whole Watchmen thing?
What do you say? What do you do about Watchmen?
Remember, he wanted to film a topless woman in front of like a literal child.
I thought that was for Rebel Moon.
No, that was for Watchmen.
Oh, I
Remember
didn't know.
when Rorschach is like a kid and he sees his mom and she's like doing like prostitution?
Yeah.
He wanted to really film like a topless woman in front of the kid, and he asked the kid's mom for like permission, and the woman was all like, "Look, the only way you're going to be able to do that is if it's me." And he was all like, "Really?" He's like, "I can do it." And the studio is all like, hell no, you're not doing that.
Yeah, like what? But they'll excuse the Snyder fans will excuse that.
They'll excuse
That's cinema. That's genius.
It's you'll
But
James Gunn could never.
no,
No, he's still a pedophile somehow. Even though what are you talking about?
I mean, Zack Snyder has a rape fetish too. He's raping like
everyone.
I know
he does. Yes, every one of his movies. You know,
and a slow mo fetish, but we're not talking
slow. He likes that slow mo, man. It gets me a little hot and bother every time I see a slow mo happen in one of his movies. I'll be honest.
And it's 12 minutes long and it never ends. It's
all I never watched one
person.
I know you did. You told me it's like slow mo every 20 minutes, just about.
I hate that movie.
And I love how Ray Fisher was like kissing him all over, and then doesn't he like kill him off in like the first 20 minutes of the movie?
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay. But yeah, there's one last piece of news here for DC, and this comes from an account that I don't know if they're again reputable, but it's around Twitter, so I thought I'd talk about it. About the Batman Part 2, we have some information. Coming from Comixology, they say the Joker will play a similar role to Hannibal Lecter in the film and will provide information to Batman. That seems to match up with what that deleted scene was.
Yeah.
Clayface will be a serial killer who uses his victim's skin to change the appearance of his face.
Love it.
It's kind of like Hush.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just like Hush. Texas Chainsaw Massacre stuff too.
And there will be more action sequences than the first movie.
Already peaked. It's already peaked. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm all here for it.
I can't wait.
Next year, hopefully.
I know, next year. Hopefully, yeah. I hope there ain't no delays.
But yeah, so let's get on to the next little bit here. Some gaming. Hang on, I'm trying to like fix my okay. There we go. Gaming. Let's get into this starting with tomorrow. So the day you're hearing this. I don't know what time.
I believe it's 6. Yeah, I believe it's 6 a.m. Pacific time. So that would be
9,
8.
I'll be asleep.
Or no, it'd be 9 for Easter.
Yeah, I'll be asleep when it happens.
I'll be up. I'll be at work.
Yeah, I will be asleep. But
hope you enjoy your rest.
I will. I've stayed up for like 48 hours. It's crazy. Remember you texted me that one time saying like, "Why are you up this early?" I'm like, "I never slept, and I didn't sleep last night."
I know. It really confuses me. I'm like, man.
I am running on like 3 cans of Starry and a Dream right now.
Oh, good God. That sounds like death.
It is. I don't know, because I'm like at my house by myself, and I've like lost all concept of time. Like I'll look at the clock, I'm like, man, it's 11, but it still feels like it's like 2 in the morning, like 2 o'clock.
Oh no, I felt like
I'm just so used to when people get home and like at certain times, I'm like on a schedule, and like
I swear,
like, okay.
I swear, I thought I was in a Twilight Zone episode yesterday, or not yesterday, Friday. I swear up and down that at one point, I don't know if it's because I wanted to leave work or something. I swear up and down it was like 4 o'clock, and I look at my time and it's like 2, and I'm like, "What just happened?" And like I swear up and down, like because me and you just got done texting each other. I'm like, "Yeah, you ready to, ready to here? I'm gonna call you when I get home from work. That way we can discuss what we're gonna do this weekend and stuff." And it was driving me crazy.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just for me, it's weird because like I don't really have many windows I can see light out of in my house. There's like one, and it's in the other room, and so like that's the only way I can see what time it is, like the light outside. And so
Are you?
right now, like we started recording, and I was watching your stream, and I was like, man, it's 10:30, and I'm like, feels like it's like
Yeah,
5 o'clock.
I know exactly.
And so it's
Exactly.
like messed up. My whole sleep schedule's messed up because of it. I have to go back. I'm starting school back in here in a couple of days, and it's like a yeah. Anyway, Multiversus is
Yeah,
coming back.
Multiversus.
Um,
Very
I
happy
don't.
this is back.
Yeah, yeah. I
Very
don't
much
know
needed to
the
come.
details, but we do know that they're going to be talking, showcasing stuff about it tomorrow. It's officially coming back, which is exciting. We know. I
Yeah,
think they're going to be revealing more characters tomorrow.
yeah. A rumor is they're going to launch like 4 brand new characters with their whole real.
I saw a joke, and I don't know if it was a joke. Actually, it could have been real. Someone said 46 characters.
Dang.
I
Whew.
don't think that's real. I think that might be in total for the whole
If
game.
that was true,
That might be
god
in
dang.
total for the whole game.
Or for the whole game.
Maybe. But I don't
I
know.
know. Okay, so
You think they're gonna launch with the Gremlins and Black Adam again?
yes, they definitely will. Every character we saw last, they'll launch with, and they're going to launch with 4 to 3 brand new ones.
Yeah. So there you go.
And,
Multiverse
and new
tomorrow. We got
stages,
to
and I will say some new content as well. I think we're going to get some finishers. I think we're going to get.
Yeah.
I'd like to see finishers. That's like the big
I
thing I'd like to see.
I hate Zoom. 10-minute meeting morning already.
Holy crap! Well,
Yeah.
it's hustle and
Spider-Man
bustle.
2 update.
Yes. Didn't fix the story, but it's wasn't bad. It's a good quality of life update, as what we called it in Avengers. New game plus, something very needed. The new suit. I'm a little if there's one thing I'm disappointed with, it's the well, did you buy the that $5 thing?
No.
The $5 suit?
The game's not even downloaded on my phone.
Oh, it's not. Oh, well, it is downloaded on mine.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is 160 gigabytes. I had to delete Mortal Kombat for that.
Well, what? Yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean, I even got to mess with Peacemaker because I don't even have him. But
you had to delete. Oh yeah, I forget it's a free multiplayer weekend. I mean, you could have probably played it.
yeah,
And if I mean, why would I want to play trash when I could play?
the game is
God?
not trash. The game's pretty good. It's just right now the content is not great. Peacemaker's great though.
I know. When Maximilian's all like, "This is the best character."
Yeah, he's
of
like
all
NRS,
time.
keep doing this. He said this is amazing.
I believe whatever Max says. 99% of the time.
It seems like we're never going to get another Mortal Kombat or Injustice after this anyway. So
I know that doesn't make sense. I know
WB is officially focusing on live service games.
Yeah, or
But
a
anyway,
very true to form type.
Yeah, continue on. What day and night changes? Action figure mode.
So with you not having that, I bought the $5 with the funky and fresh skins. That I mean, I wanted to donate to that cause. I thought it was a pretty decent cause to donate for. Plus, you gave back, free suits, or not free, but like suits that you get early. I mean, I was cool with it.
Yeah.
But everything it added was pretty good. Only thing I'm disappointed about is I wish they added more skins. Honestly, I think that we're really lacking with that.
And weather changes.
Not that because they gave us here, hold up. I actually have the game pulled up right now. I can see what they're called.
I'm just gonna let you know to speed up just a little bit. I'm not trying to rush you.
I appreciate you rushing me. Well,
we also have more stuff.
For suits, they just added more rig colors for the black suit, symbiote, and anti-venom, and they added the fresh and fly suits and the Hellfire Gala suit. And the other two for Miles. Now I'm a little disappointed because I was hoping we'd get more comic book suits or something, but with that leak they had, them doing it themselves, and Sonic can't catch a break with leaks. It seems they're going to be getting a DLC with the Beetle, and hopefully we'll get some costumes there.
Yeah,
but it was a good update though. I recommend everybody trying it out if they haven't.
Yeah, there you go. Still stuff they could have launched the game with, but
New Game Plus should have been launched, and missing the weather system. I don't know what that was about. I don't know why they didn't add that in there, but it's stuff that needed it really bad. And updated the rainy suit, which looks great. But in the story, let's go on with the last piece of gaming.
Yes. There was a weekly developer update for Suicide Squad, and there was the official season 1 announcement. They posted a picture of Joker and said it was releasing March 28th. At least it's still in March. it's
Yeah,
a,
at least
it's
that's what
a
it kind of. I was like, man, that's like a long time.
yeah, but I mean they're making sure there's no issues. I think they're going to drop a huge update with bug fixes,
Mhm.
and so we'll see. But I'm going to read this dev update. Make sure I have enough time. Oof. Okay. They said, "Hello, people in Metropolis. We'll keep the update nice and short this week as we are at Rocksteady are hard at work making sure the game is in the best shape it can be for season 1 launch. State of the game. With the release of season 1 announced, we're focusing on ensuring that both seasonal update is ready and that all coming fixes are thoroughly tested. We're also continuing to work on other remaining issues and we'll let you know when we plan to fix them. Just thank you for your patience. Getting ready for season 1. We made the very exciting announcement of the release date, March 28th. Can't wait for you all to play Suicide Squad's first seasonal update with the Joker as a new playable character, new Elseworld to explore, an arsenal of new weapons and gear, new missions, and more, all for you for those who own the game. But before we get any further into the update, here's a little sneak peek of a preview of an explosive new grenade you'll be able to find in season 1, based off a character we've seen several of you talking about. It's a polka dot man grenade. Looks fun.
It looks great.
Yeah. It seems like the Joker biome is sort of in the middle of the map. A little bit.
Yeah.
From what I'm seeing. There's also a gigantic Ferris wheel in the middle. Yeah. They said we're excited to share more of the upcoming content with you soon in the run up to the release. Known issues. They said we're continuing to investigate some more of the frustrating issues players are experiencing. We're also logging additional details you might encounter from time to time. Some of these may have simple workarounds that you can use to get you back on mission to help you battle Brainiac. It says go check their known issues tab in their Discord for more information. They'll update it regularly, so check in. They're doing workarounds for issues like gear slots becoming locked, negative squad talent points, black screen when loading in, and more. We hope these will help some of you affected while we work on a permanent fix. If you're interested in trying Suicide Squad or maybe have a friend you'd love to play with, well, now's the perfect time to jump in. The digital deluxe edition of the game is currently on sale, and with the free Season 1 update coming soon, you have a whole lot of new content ready to explore. As a final note, we'll be holding off on rolling out focused feedback as detailed in last week's update until Season 1, so stay tuned for more updates. Can't wait to share more on Season 1 and run up to its release. See you in the Elseworlds, Derek, and the Rocksteady team. So yeah, not much, just kind of like a, like, hey, we're doing this still. Season 1's coming.
Yeah, big stuff will come in once we see once the big update comes out, the Joker update.
Yeah. Which is soon. We'll be streaming that.
Will be.
Yeah, so when it launches, on March 28th is Thursday. Which is a weird day. Okay. Yeah.
Very weird day.
Well, I guess we'll be streaming that. But yeah, with that, I guess we go ahead and get ready to get out of here.
Yep.
So thank you all so much for joining us for this episode. Had a lot of fun doing this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Go check out our Aquaman 2 review. We released it this past Wednesday. Also check out the Arkham Files series finale. It's up. And yeah, we'll have some more extra beef stuff coming at you. Not this week, but most likely next week. We'll do something. So yeah. But if you have any questions, comments, corrections, or concerns, you can contact me on Instagram at DarienH4404. That's DARIENH4404. Or on Instagram at the _official. Facebook, the Burrito official page, or Twitter at the CB Burrito.
Yeah, well, I know we don't have much time, but I do want to say thank you to everyone. Me and Darien have just now passed 2,000 subscribers on this channel. I want to thank everyone for that real quick. And but yeah, you can contact me at Spider_Landon on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Very interactive on all platforms. And contact me, and we'll start trashing some more Snyder fans.
Yep, there you go. I completely slipped my mind. I even mentioned that. But yeah, go check that out. Also check out our official TikTok, the CB Burrito. Same as our Twitter, except it's in all lowercase. We have 3 episodes up on 3 little TikToks up there on there now. I don't know what else to upload at the moment, but I'll figure it out eventually. But with that, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here, and we will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Excelsior!